Hello again, Graham Wilson from the Home Care People here. Still talking about this issue of setting expectations and building on issues about being late. It'll happen. About more than two carers, that's also going to happen. There's another expectation that's important about the level of care that our clients get. Now, when we first meet a client, we do a very thorough assessment of that individual, so we can come up with a person-centered care plan that tells us exactly what's required to provide the best care for that client at that time. Now, it sometimes happens that families and clients think that that's it, and it'll continue like that with one or two calls a day in the same format. But the reality is, we're all actually getting a little bit older, and most of us, and particularly most of our clients, are not getting much better. In fact, in many cases, their health and their capabilities tend to deteriorate. To that end, the same level of care doesn't apply. And I think this is important in expectations, because occasionally we have, I would describe them as uncomfortable discussions with families who are rightly concerned about the costs of care, and sometimes look a little strangely at us as if we're almost trying to sell more to get more income by providing more care. I can assure you it couldn't be further from the truth. We work in an industry that's very heavily regulated. We've talked in other videos about CQC, and we have to provide the appropriate right level of care for that individual. If we can't do so, we are legally obliged to withdraw that level of care. So it's really important that we constantly keep up to speed with how an individual is changing in terms of the needs. Now, quite often I'll be in the office and we'll have a number of our carers in, and we do review our clients because we care about this, and you'll quite often have a discussion where two or three carers will be talking about someone, and there'll be a sense, or there'll be observations that suggest that perhaps the mobility isn't where it was, or the memory isn't where it was, or they knock things over a little bit more than they did. And if that's the case, we then look for hard evidence that tells us that there's a need perhaps to reassess that individual and make sure we're providing the right level of care. So that's what happens in reality. It's not about trying to squeeze more money out of the customers, far from it. It's about providing the right level of person-centered care. So the thing you can expect is that level of care will change, and the chances are for most people it will actually increase over time. Not necessarily, it could be quickly. Sometimes it is. With some dementias, unfortunately, it's very quick, surprisingly so. And with others with physical disabilities, it can be a long time. So just be aware of the fact that the chances are the needs for care will change, and our job is to actually advise you. We have this duty of candour. We've got to be honest and tell you what's happening, and we're there to look after the client. That's our primary driver. So another expectation to think about. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.